Yeah, I want to keep playing this game. Well, that's good. Just sharing it, and then we're just going to get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Biomutant. Yeah, I want to keep playing. So, I didn't get to see the first parts of the game. Yep. Yep. So, yeah, we're going to do the dark path this time. And then maybe I'll stream a playthrough where I purposely try to stay as neutral as I possibly can. Let's see. I need... See, I'm pretty sure this is what I was last time. Okay, I'm going to be a Rex, because I think that ups my key energy. Yeah.
Define your genetic structure.
It's... Okay, I just want to say I like how that looks aesthetically. I like that it kind of looks like a big rabbit. Okay, I'm going to put myself kind of in the midst of charisma and intelligence. Yeah, me too. Let's see. Now, admittedly, Biohazard is what I had the least of last time, but that's kind of the nice thing about this game is that it can kind of change based on just where you go and the loot you get. Still, I think I'm going to
Choose
go.
your first style.
I like that.
Pick your main color.
Nice bright yellow.
Choose your detail color.
Would white. Hello, I'm lemon. But no. Yeah, I had it predominantly black for last time. I don't want to do that. Yeah, let's go with the yellow and blue.
Pick a clock.
I'm going to be a Psy Freak this time because it's going to be the... Yeah, I'm already back. I wanted to keep playing. I'm going to go Psy Freak this time since it's... I did Commando because I wanted to use a gun since I used a lot of melee weapons, albeit I found out I should have been the Deadeye instead. Again, I just assumed Commando was gun-based since it carried the freaking automatic rifle. But yeah, I'm going to do Psy Freak this time because it's going to be entirely based on... Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
You're somebody with a troubled past. drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun.
So yeah, one benefit of playing New Game Plus is you get to skip this intro, but I don't think there are other issues that I'm not a big fan of New Game Plus, which is why I'm going to start a new game each time. Sorry, I'm going to mostly skip through this.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of heart.
That thing? I'm right here. Let me remind you, we're two halves of the same. With the
Better half. My way is both better and brighter.
best end is the one you decide yourself. And it seems we're headed in the right direction.
Okay, I'm not going to skip through... I'm not going to skip through any of the stuff that deals with the moral choices and whatnot, just since, again,
Can be right sometimes.
we're specifically playing this to see the dark, how the game plays out from a dark perspective.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
If you enjoy playing it, I'll enjoy even more watching you play. Thank you. Ow. Thank you for teaching me all this stuff, because I'm most likely going to completely forget almost all of it by the time I actually get out of this tutorial. Is the stream coming through okay for you guys? It's getting a little fuzzy for me.
End this story.
Okay. Okie dokie.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Alright. Let's just make our... I can't save my game yet. Oh well, it autosaves so plenty. So I'm not too worried about... Bye, Lupin.
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of...
You know, again, I guess I genuinely don't mind that Lupa Lupin doesn't have any chance of redemption, because, like Valentine said, it's nice. It's like, look, just because, you know, you had a shit life doesn't mean you get to make everyone else's life shit. It's just, by the same token, I wish it had been handled... I wish it had been framed or contextualized a little better than it was. Because, honestly, it could have worked just fine. Yeah, I just realized my blue fur color kind of matches my right arm immunity mutation. Since I picked high biohazard resistance, my hand is a light green. And if I'd picked cold resistance, I would have been blue all the way. Nice. Big problem with the framing of any game with light and dark choices. So the game decides what's right and what's wrong, and very rarely are they not absolutes in these framings. You're definitely not wrong with that assessment, that's for sure. And I mean, and that's why I get that they're trying to frame Lupin as a bad guy, because again, the idea is it's basically like he's, rather than just being a wild animal that needs to eat meat, he's a sentient creature who's choosing to eat. I don't know. It's complicated and I don't have an answer. Let's forget about that and just focus on being an asshole. Oh, hello! Hello, Timmy. That's right, Timmy. Be dead. Was you're a good guy or a bad guy, and doesn't ask the more important question is what you're doing actually good thing or bad thing, and who decides what's good. Yeah, that's why especially what the Sifu said in the end really rubs me the wrong way. Being like, there's no predators in the world we're trying to build. I'm like, well, that just sounds horrible. Like I said, we'll see if the other tribe is a bit different. And I do know it is possible to leave one tribe and join another. I just never really felt the need to do that. Gum-chewing funk beast. Scratch one bogey. I mean, since I'm being a dick, why not quote Falco, one of the most famous gaming dicks of all time? Fun fact, Falco's not actually a falcon, he's a dicky bird. Okay, I love the way my ears flop when I run. Okay. Fear the power of my bare fist. Well, we saw Techno Taco in the last stream. Oh, no, not the last stream. The stream before the last one. So, hopefully soon. Just sadly, I think I only came across 2 Techno Tacos in... Or, not 2, a total of 3 or 4 Techno Tacos in the whole game. Holy shit, you're right. I am Shinx. Techno Taco, it's an enemy robot that I came across. It's not... I just misread it because it was bouncing around, and I'm like, it was like Techno something, but I said, I'm like... But the joke was, I'm like, okay, with how quick it was moving around, I thought it said Techno Taco. And it just kind of stuck. We just started calling it the Techno Taco. Okay, I'm gonna
That
up
ain't
my...
bad.
Then again, if I'm just gonna be killing people, I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, whatever. I still like being able to persuade people, even if I am a dickhole. I'm trying to decide if I should just stick with the pistol for this, or if I should use a shotgun. If I can use a shotgun. I don't know if this class... I also use electricity as a Psy-Freak. Shinx is your ancestor. Yes! Or if I should use a shotgun, since that's a ranged weapon that's got to be up and close, since... Any favorite foods? Mine, lasagna. Mine is... Okay, not counting desserts, because technically desserts ain't food. Mine would either be teriyaki chicken or pizza. I also just realized this is going to be the first time I'm not playing a character that's outfits aren't going to be mostly focused on armor. Since, well, I need to focus on stuff that ups ki. Ah, the crowbar. I need to also figure out who I'm going to bring on the Ark this time. I know I'm bringing Lobo and Gizmo, but then after that, I've got 3 people I'm debating on bringing. Since this might be the only time I play a dark route, I want to grab the dark characters. I'll point them out as we come across them, of the other 3 I'm considering. I got to bring Pebble last time, which made me happy, but it does mean that Pebble doesn't get to come this time. Neither does Nova. My favorite is fried rice covered in sweet and sour sauce. That sounds delicious. Especially since... Whee!
It's time to find a way out of this.
Dude, I'm like Rayman now. I just went down a slide at the start of the game. That means I'm Rayman, right? Hey Luke, if you've never actually played a Rayman game, maybe you shouldn't make Rayman jokes. It sounds like you're a fake fan. Just gonna grab that Maya lady you like so much. Yes! Okay, so I am debating on bringing her. It's just the downside is she doesn't really bring much to the pod other than the fact that she's a female. Which, again, I'm not trying to force gender roles on anyone, I swear. It's just when you only bring 7 people and the point is to find a new home, I kind of want to make sure that, you know, breeding stock is a thing that can happen. I mean, I know that our character's gender isn't specified, so we could be female and just bring along a harem of dudes to make the babies with, but... So, okay. The other 2 I'm considering... Okay, Maya's one of the 3 I'm considering, yes. But she's just the voodoo lady. I don't really know what she'll bring to the table in the grand scheme of things. The other one I'm considering bringing is Moog, or Mog, or however you say his name. He's the monster hunter, because you never know what crap we're going to run into. And then Bang, the gunpowder explosive expert. Since you never know what might come in handy. Oh, I guess there's also Clink. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of Clink, and I don't know, but this might be the only chance of bringing him. He's a great lock picker. But you're right, I still might bring Maya anyway because I like her so much. The Ark.
To save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight.
Whatever.
Of the single arc.
Considering these are mutants and men can have uteruses and people.
Settle.
You know what? You're right. You are right.
Never lost hope in finding a new.
Because we have no idea how these mutants breed, so... That's right. Give me an arc full of my gender fluid mutant furries. Gender fluid mutant furries, gender fluid... Okay, I'll stop now. Just because I really don't want to offend anyone with that.
There are few records of the chain of events. that
Hey,
led
since
to
I'm
the
able to
big
absorb, the
beyond
biohazardous material and make myself stronger, could that possibly be the gender fluid?
Toxinol Corporation would make its mark on the
I
world.
completely understand if you never want to speak to me again, Valentine, for these jokes. I will stop if you really want me to.
And without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the top.
Okay. Sorry, we watched this in the last stream, so I'm gonna carry on. Or in the last playthrough. I am really glad I've got a more distinct tail this time around. That was one thing I didn't really like about the race I played last time, is my tail was like non-existent. Actually, I think I kind of look like a kangaroo mouse. The gender fluid person watching this finds these jokes and song really fucking funny. These are good at non-binary jokes.
It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go.
But yeah, I am determined to bring all new people on the Ark, which is what I did last time, I'm actually quite happy to say. Yes, yes.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
Shinx uses Spark. Shinx uses Seismic Toss. I don't think Shinx can learn that. Shh. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Who is this person saying letters? Just confused.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
I'm assuming you're asking who Val is. Yeah. Yeah, if you're asking who... Mutant Shinx. Indeed. Again, I'm assuming since Val, wrote NB and you said letters. Again, if you're not referring to Val, I apologize.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue.
Actually, I get that, out of date comes on the Ark at the end because he knows how to operate it. But by the same token, no, there's someone else. Oh, okay.
There have been rumors of a one.
But it's like, okay, you're 1 foot in the grave, but we're taking you. Wouldn't it make more sense to... Yeah. That's a bot muffin. They show it every stream. I don't know why.
And sad.
Yeah.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar. There's no doubt you're the child. And that
Who
when
touched the
Lupo
child?
Your village, your Muma and Popsy. He says it has taken you a long time. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight.
Oh yeah, that's right. Since Lupin killed your mom, he's actually also responsible for the clan war.
No one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
That's right. Yeah, okay. I'm actually a lot more okay with Lupin not having any redemption because it's like, look, your story was tragic. No one's denying that, but you really fucked over the world, so... No. too many people would... Too many people were seriously hurt because of you.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from... Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing as powerful as a Mooma's love. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato... Magic. He claims it's just the force of life, the existence of energy, powering and connecting all... The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what
Looks
the
like some
Pensai
kind
needs
of
to
mutant
complete its
jock
cycle and
from
grow
some high
into a
school
tree of
movie.
life.
Well, you know what they say. Let's see. What would these creatures say? Goopy zappy? Goopy zappy? That's a Grease Lightning reference for those who don't get what I'm
Small
saying.
tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start... You need to support the tree.
I like
for a long
rockabilly
time to
fashion
come.
a lot.
The only way it
I
can support
agree
is
with the
with a burst
fashion.
of ki.
I have never liked the hairdos, especially the pompadours.
Touch the Nono, and he wants
Yeah,
you-
okay, this is basically the same stuff. Like, pompadours look pretty good on video game models, but I've never seen a real-life person with a pompadour that's looked good. But I love the jacket.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world.
And then we'll save the
Today,
world.
your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Okay, I'll chop you up and feed you to the tree as fertilizer. Oh, you meant the little guy I caught. Oh. I mean, I could still put you in a wood chipper and make you one with the tree if that's what you want. Okay, given, you know, how it starts kind of black and sinister, it'd be interesting if the game was set up that, say, if you do the light path, saving the tree is good and it saves the world, but if you do the dark path, it turns out the tree was actually some eldritch being trying to encompass the world. So, either way, you save the world, so you're not getting super... So the game doesn't wag its finger at you for being morally dark or light, if you know what I mean. I doubt that's what's going to happen, but that would be kind of funny.
Won't be as peaceful. Not
Some
even your
pics of
Mooma
girls,
will be able to
pompadours
protect
who look hot as fuck. I'll take you.
He says you'd
If
better
you,
come
hey,
back
you can.
to the
I'm kind of
village
curious.
before your Mooma That's
If
not
you could send me those images on Discord, I'd kind of be curious to see what that looks like.
and the only one strong enough to keep the 6 Wang Fu disciples disciplined.
I do wish you saw more of your mom's students in these flashbacks rather than just 3 of them. That would give you a stronger connection to the all 6 tribes, you know.
Trail you can
Actually, what's kind of funny is that because I settled a conflict peacefully after only taking 2 tribes, I never actually saw the bow-wielding tribe leader that I saw several times in the
He
flashbacks.
started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that. Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a... His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merkpuff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the northwest route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoofpuff at the end of the east route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Googlide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porkypuff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved.
You can't prove that.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Ha! 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 Fate of the world! The world! The fate of the world!
You're getting the hang of it.
Ooh, thank you, Val. That does work, actually. Yeah, okay. Those women do look fantastic with those
The
pompadours.
best way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Exit bunker 101. Just realized I got a flashlight on my lapel of my jacket, or collar of my jacket. So yeah, if you did New Game Plus, you could actually skip over all of this and start right at the base of the world tree.
Can't endure the environment.
I just don't like doing that because A, you have to keep the same aura level you had, you keep the same level you were at, keep all the equipment you had, and you can't change classes. It's like, yes, it's cool you can join any tribe from the get-go, you're not forced into one of these two, but that just to me makes New Game Plus kind of dull. Problem, I bet, is you were only looking at white people in pompadours, and let's face it, black ladies do it better. You're not wrong. Mostly due to the fact that I only ever really saw, you know, the pompadours as a style for like 50s greasers or 50s rock bands. So I never really thought about that style being used in any other fashion. Whereabouts? It's the Perky Puff. I think that's the Porky Puff anyway.
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down.
You know, to be fair, with a thing that big only nibbling his leg, maybe he should consider himself lucky. I don't mean to be facetious, but tell me I'm wrong.
Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
Yeah, especially since this actually isn't near any of the routes, so... yeah.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
True to your heart.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged. He can't understand why you'd do such a thing. He won't make it out of here on his own.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Ow!
Good work, clever cogs. Let me guide you into the dark.
Seriously? I always thought better of you than that.
That
You
hurt
were
to
wrong.
do.
There's always more dark than light. They're already heading down my road.
Ugh, I'm gonna have to get used to that. So like I said, this is the dark run.
There's out of date again. He must have missed something important.
This guy was totally dead when I found him.
Out of date knows you'll make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe. And there's two nearby. The Jagni tribe is likely to be your primary choice as they seek to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy. As the
Okay, I actually like that.
worse than ever.
I just assumed Out of Date was a light favored guy, just since, you know, he wants to save the world tree, but I actually kind of like the fact that he acknowledges the fact that my aura is currently darker, so I'd probably do better with Jagme.
Wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One
Mass
thing
Effect did
certain,
actually.
destiny arrives all the
I understand
same.
why dark always means bringing an awful bastard, instead of just more aggressive and using evil tactics for good
The
outcomes.
Jagni tribe
Yeah, again, that's kind of the reason why I do like that Mass Effect Andromeda dropped the Paragon and Renegade system.
is necessary to restore.
I mean, to be fair, they weren't really trying to say Paragon and Renegade was necessarily good and evil.
Siding with
It was
Jagni
just
is not
more
necessarily a bad thing.
friendly versus aggressive.
Find a way.
Because you still could get good outcomes from being Renegade.
Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Jagni especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one
Okay,
of them
I
a
do
visit
appreciate
and play
that
your part.
the one he pushes you towards is based on your current aura.
He'll be waiting for you
Because,
to
yeah,
the tree
just
of
the
life
whole
if you
time
lose
in the
track
last
of
game,
what
he was
you
just going on and on about the Myriad. But no, it really was just based on my aura. I can get behind that. Let me think. No, let me. Can I save now? I like having a hard save slot. I still can't upgrade. No. Okay. I still don't have any new gear, do I? No. Okay.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
I've never gone up the bridge before, at least not, you know, initially.
I also know in the Star Wars BioWare games, if you're a Sith, your light side decisions are things like threatening to murder a whole ship to force someone to back down from attacking. Being a person doesn't mean being a
Nice person. Yeah.
It's a bridge. Just get over it.
It's strange fighting the Myriad. Okay. I guess, yeah. Okay. I'm really liking that pile driver move. And I mean, to be fair to Star Wars, it is the idea is that, okay, again, I know this doesn't fully excuse it, but just the idea that actually being a Sith, like using the dark side of the Force, is supposed to, you know, corrupt you towards doing evil stuff. But, yeah.
They've destroyed.
I digress.
Muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the Tribe War began.
Let's get some luck.
That ain't bad.
Let's see. The
Environments will never not be amazing for me to look at. They're so detailed and give such life to this game, world, and visual cues
to find your way as well. Agreed. All right. Okay, it's possible I can't use a shotgun at all, so it looks like I might be stuck with the pistol.
I know.
I might just stick with using a single pistol for the sake of variety, since my first playthrough I used 2 pistols. Close combat, unarmed. Okay, let's look at the Psy-Freak. Okay, what are some... Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. Drat. Freeze requires light, so that means I won't be able to use that one. We'll be able to use telekinesis. Be able to use key spark either. But yeah, let's grab blaze, because I use that a decent amount. Let's grab this. And I'll hold off on getting some of these. Just since... Right, I don't have glide. I can't glide yet. Okay. Oh, can't see my floppy ears now. But then again... Okay, hold on. I know I've checked this multiple times, but maybe it was patched in. Yeah. I wish there was an ability to toggle off your helmet.
Well, how was your day? Mine was pretty good, and I got very lucky when I played card games during lunch break.
Well, I'm still kind of I'm still in the middle of my day. Abby's at school. Then when she gets home, I'm going to take her out to... I mean my friends. Okay, gotcha. I'm going to take Abby out to lunch, or for dinner for her birthday. And then we are going to play the board game that got us together as a couple with Flays. So yeah, that's kind of where my day is at thus far. Hey, let me in, man.
It's like Psy-Freak and Res are more about agility. If you're too fast, get hit, it doesn't matter if you don't have the heavy hitter weapons.
Correct.
cautions you that the Sifu may be a little impatient today, as bad news has just come in from the front line.
And also, really, since I'm mostly going to be using my fist, I'm not going to have a million things on my back like I did last game.
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side, the wasteland you came from. He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples.
Have you played Muck before? Nope. I can't say I have.
Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it was based on unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become says fear and hatred is the only path to domination, but you already know that. So embracing that side of you and helping them vanquish the tribes and letting the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life should be an easy
Hey,
decision.
Kesha. So I'm playing through the game a second time. Specifically, so I did the light path the first time. I'm going down the dark path to get a dark aura this time.
He expected you'd join them. You understand that the universe runs on the principle that the one who dominates others runs the show. The Sifu
Enjoy the show.
to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can vanquish the other tribes. The one he wants to deal with first is the Myriad tribe.
Such a myriad of nonsense.
Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end to them. It'll cost bruises and broken bone, but they refuse to be the victim here. He wants you to focus. These are the new
you haven't seen the
rival
Muck trailer, you should watch
outposts your
it.
tribe needs to take
Although it
control
might
of.
be loud.
I'll watch it later then.
He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both share dark thoughts, so they want to wage a war. A war where all that's left behind is casualties. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've conquered the rival's outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu for control of their territory, tribe weapon, and kin. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village.
Well, village?
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first right.
Well, I guess at least he's saying, you know, from their point of view, they are doing good. So he's not being like, yes, I can sense a dark presence in you. Yes, let's do evil. It's like, no, they still consider it to be a good thing. And I mean, I guess we don't know for sure what will happen to this world. Albeit it makes even less sense that this Sifu would want to leave, though, since you'd think he'd want to stay here and rebuild the world. So I don't know. Like I said, we're doing this because I really want to see how things change, or how the ending differs, or actually just how the whole game differs, playing with a dark aura instead of a light one. I got this already, right? Be gone, Tommy knockers. Oh. Holds the phone. I'm going to switch controllers real quick. Well, I guess it depends on how the game is framed, because I would argue we technically got the good ending when I finished the last playthrough earlier today, where I saved the world and saved the tree. But I'm specifically going for the ending where we let the Tree of Life die. I'm curious how the game is going to frame it as a, nope, you killed the world, so everyone else now dies. But yeah, I'm curious if they're like, no, the Tree of Life dies, which means, you know, life has to start anew, but it's still a new way of yeah, like I said, I really kind of want to see what the game has to offer by doing the exact opposite of everything I did in the last stream.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred.
I'm definitely not used to the lack of armor, that's for sure. It's weird having to wait that long to reload your gun after what happened last time. The game has shown they do believe it's better for the world to heal without the tree, so it's like the game's right calling you. It's better for the world to heal. Often, mostly. Yeah. So again, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe they'll surprise us. But given how douchey I had to be to that poor guy in that village, it's like,
You feel faster.
I'm not. Yeah. Right. This can I can add stuff to this, so yeah, I'm gonna wear this instead. See, now I'm cool. I've got my hat pulled down in front of my eyes. I'm mostly calm, to be honest.
Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why, because this is one of the first things we do, but I always forget that we do come to the ruined, our ruined village.
It was pretty stressful in the morning, but otherwise very fun. Math class was played Yahtzee. Just
God, nice. Whereabouts? Because, yeah. Flash. Sorry, don't mind me.
As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind.
Oh well, totally worth it. Hey, Goop.
Here's someone who takes each day as it
time to reveal
passes.
my age.
I'm 23. All right.
Wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Goop says some choose to be lonely because no one understands what they're going through. If that's you, he'll try to help you if you let him. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Knowing how to swim won't solve life's hard problems, but at least one of them won't be drowning. He says that wasn't too bad, was it?
School day, fun memories. Tests we got.
He says a feeling that you're going to drown is a great reminder of the need to learn how to swim.
True.
But you need practice. Lot. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems.
Okay, cool. See,
You promised you'd train with her.
I
before
remember
Where to go?
after I met Trim, I recolored the symbols under my eyes. And then when we flash back to my mom, I'm like, wait, were her eye fur tufts always blue? But yeah, no, the game does go out of its way to make your Mooma look like you.
She's not unhappy with your progress, but you still have a lot to prove. You should know, practice makes perfect. She'll see you at the village square. She understands, but sometimes you need to do what you have to and not what you want.
I am absolute shit at doing that. There you are, Gizmo. Teach me your ways.
Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind.
Kesha.
He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. It's your own future you're risking by not caring for the environment. The next you should look for things that are recyclable. He wonders what usefulness you found. Sometimes he's an expert, but sometimes he just does what's right. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks you. Not now. But that's his point. To take something useless, change it. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good...
I find it hard to believe I somehow have access to all of this stuff. I'm just saying.
Years weapon slightly. When I was younger, I had a chance to learn more about life and people. Makes sense. School is weird and hard, but in the end of the day, nice place. That's
How it is for me.
You
How did I have
well.
access to all of that shit? When I did this in my first playthrough, I had like nada for resources.
It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the... She suggests you better hurry up then. You won't get far with that. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. She says it's not only about this moment and where you are going. You have to find yourself first, then everything else will follow. You've always followed your own...
Now, I am concerned since, you know, I'm playing, you know, unarmed. Well, unarmed, but with, like, power gloves. There doesn't seem to be a way to
Watch out.
build that sort of thing.
He asks you to stop right there and wonders where... He's not scared of anything. At least there's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. He says you're right. Nobody can tell him what he can and can't do. And
Considering I've got a better weapon, it's possible I might beat these guys this time. Since the weapon I had in my first playthrough was literally junk. Again, I still have no idea how I had access to such good components. Hey, let go. Okay, I guess I'm scripted to lose. Makes sense, just so Lupa Lupin can steal this weapon.
and
I can reclaim it from him.
she asks if you're hurt. What happened? She's there for all disciples. That's her commitment as Sifu. And when she needs them, they're there for her. The most important thing is that you're... It's time to focus on your training.
Luke, do you miss your OP weapon? A bit. A bit, definitely. Mostly just because I thought it was hilarious to watch, you know, those DVDs or CD. Yeah, I'm just going to keep calling them DVDs because I can. Just flying at the enemy in a colossal spread.
Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
Why is the game
He
pulsating?
asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He'll leave the quick part to you. You're the He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for.
So, I get the whole idea that, trying to make your parents look like the main character, but when both parents look so closely alike, it makes you wonder, how, were they from the same litter? Do we have some instances of some really nasty, dog breeder shit going on
It's
here?
hard to remember everything. Nothing's wrong with his memory. It's
I'm
just
from Russia,
short.
but live in
Mexico since
He says
2014.
it's about time you learn how and offers to teach you. Start.
How do I have all this stuff? And it's not like I had all this stuff from my first playthrough when I did my first stream. Lived in Sweden since forever for me.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp. You should take it with you. Wear it to practice. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you.
It looks like I've got a kick me sign on my back now. Hello, mama.
Your Muma says it's about time you got it. Says being on
randomized
time
loot
would be
drops
better
and
yet.
location spawn. That's how.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. I was gonna make a I broke my hand joke, but the game did it for me. Lot of mutated sheiks is what I see.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you. You should just
I'm
keep
being a
working
little
and
shit.
you'll do well. Been working on a present for you with the help of Gizmo and we. You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved. Catchy. Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful. A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication. It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see what... You should think of it as watching over you when she can't. Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day. Everything ends. Both rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape.
Have you
She can
seen
hear him
Nocturne?
coming.
Also, a lot of
Fire!
Whatever
Fire!
happens, you need to know she... Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present.
So, what happened to the bow and arrow you had when, you know, you went up against Lupa Lupin's mom? Because that bow and arrow would be very helpful now. Just saying.
You must go through fire and water to make it out here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water.
Then could we be swimming in blood instead? Because if it's thicker, I might not be in risk of drowning.
Surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
Maybe the bow and arrow burned. That's fair. Da-da. Da-da. Swim! Swim like Michael Phelps! Okay, I apparently fucked that up so drastically. Just imagine that there's a water Pokemon on the other side that you can cast electricity on. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go.
Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now.
I'm still not 100% sure how exactly that killed our mom. Also
If a
curious
sacrifice is made for
why
someone
she
else,
sank like a
it's
rock.
not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal. in
Kingdom
their
Hearts
memory.
intro music 11/10.
One thing so they say that Lupa Lupin is responsible for taking out our eye, but I didn't see us lose our eye at any point during that.
Doesn't mean you'll
I mean, if anything, it looked more like us tripping broke our hand, which is why we have the weird mutant juice on our hand to heal us up after. Right. So we wake up over here. You know, I'm not going to lie, since we're supposed to be apparently fled outside the walls, how come we ended up over here instead of over there? I don't know, I'm kind of curious about that. I wish I knew what Kingdom Hearts was so I could understand the reference. A great song, 11 out of 10. Kingdom Hearts, it's the Square Enix Disney collaboration. Yeah. Best way to describe it, it's Final Fantasy style characters with Disney styled characters. And even then, that's only scratching the surface.
The tribe's caught a fluffy hog.
Video
Better watch
game
out.
franchise.
It's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. Took care. They've received news a Ronin joined the tribe's ranks and were looking forward to meeting you.
Oh, my friends do ask if I live
group
under
of
a rock
Jagni
when I don't
warriors are
know about
already
something
waiting for you at
that
Myriad's
mostly everyone
festival
knows
of
about.
outpost.
Yeah, fair enough. I've had
You should hurry
instances
then
like
and help
that.
them storm the outpost. Mercy is for the weak. The Jagni tribe seek no one simple. Better not keep the war party waiting.
No loot to be had. Alright, I consider this to officially when will my life begin?
Look, an
Yep,
emergency
because
box
now I
from
get
the
the
old-
fist.
Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist.
Cool. So we're just glossing over the severe trauma our character went through and just expecting them to suck it up and save the world. Yeah, let's go with that.
Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it?
Yep, sucks for them indeed. Let's see. Tunnels from here from the past. I'm waiting. Clink clonk. Unbreakable hand. As long as it's not the immortal Iron Fist, I'm okay with that.
I never liked that about any of these games or shows, because pushing aside and going headlong into the face, more danger, more peril, and the things that cause your trauma is an unhealthy coping mechanism. It just bothers me as a trauma survivor.
Those things legit scary. Yes, I agree. And yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I kind of get it for the sake of it's a game. I do get more key regen, but I do lose key energy. I guess I'll equip it for now. If I can tell there's a noticeable difference with having less key energy, I'll put my original outfit back on.
That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol. The Toxanol Corporation made this place. And then just, well, small ones. Places like this were cheap back in those days, and there was plenty of space. Get done with... There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried.
Not saying you can't save the world or anything, but I can at least be addressed and recognize the horrible things
Happening to them. That is fair. Okay, I can craft. Oh, good. Good, 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 good. Do I not have anything? Oh, these don't have any add-on slot. Well, if I can't add anything onto them, how am I supposed to... Huh. I'm kind of a wee bit concerned about how I'm going to handle this without... Well, being stuck with weapons that I can't really seem to improve. Oh well. That's why I wanted to do something completely different, so... Right.
It's like a whole different world down here.
Ignoring it completely is the problem I have, because media doesn't have an effect on reality, and pushing the stuff in our faces for a lot sets a bad example of how you're supposed to cope.
Yeah. Nope, that's where I came from. I mean, I know that Bang gives us better unarmed weapons, so I might want to... This gives me no add-ons, no health, less critical chance, but more armor. But that, I kind of want to see my character wear this, so I'm going to wear it. Ooh. Oh, level needed 5, fine. Wait, yeah. No, I was right. Wait, no, both leads to... Okay. Okay, this does give me... Okay, I don't like the way it looks as much, but it does give me energy regen, which is something I can use a bit more effectively. So I didn't have to break... Or can I not actually break that wall down? No, I can't break this wall down. It just kind of looks like it does.
So does that mean I get to come up with the names for the new mounts? Happy or now the little nightmares furry?
That'll probably be fun. Yes, I am perfectly okay with you guys naming the mounts again. Where is it?
A flush stool. Seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush stool. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away.
Yep. Wow. A backpack. I've almost always had to buy my first backpack. Okay, but where is the thing? How do I get to the thing? It's got to be down here somewhere. At least you'd think it would be. Okay, maybe I need to go up top and look around some more. Okay. I'm just retreading. Okay.
Damn, that loot RNG is a love with you this run, Luke.
No joke. Granular tunic. I'm actually surprised that Tunic had more armor and less bonuses when, you know, it... I don't know, I would think that something cloth like that would be, ah, yes, the wizard's mantle or whatever. Oh, it was just out here on street level? I just feel silly.
Amazing it wasn't destroyed. So much of this place was just discarded. When Toxanol abandoned the place, it fell apart fast. Not too many like living in a ruin hole like this. The tracks moved on from Bricktown.
Level 5. Level up. Alright, let's up my intellect. key energy, but I lose regen. Yeah, but I also just really want to wear that. I'm gonna go get some food and some water. I'll be back in a while. All right, get the stuff, Muffin. Oh, did I not open this? Oh, another backpack. Why was a backpack like that in a vending machine? Key energy, but garbage key regen. But it does have some armor. Yeah, I'll hold on to it. I'll mull it over. I will mull it over. Oh. Pup beanie. And unfortunately, no. That's just better armor.
Looks like the Fry Sparker's knobs need to be in sync if you want to get the hardware working.
Beep boop. Complete. Your dinner is now cold on the outside, lava hot on the inside.
You got something. It's not exactly what
Oh.
you wanted, but you got it right away.
Okay. Yeah. Might be exactly what I need.
Someone has to end this plague before it's too late.
I realized I think I kind of flipped what I accidentally said what I meant to that joke backwards with the microwave, but oh well. Let's see. So yeah, what I want to do is get the heat suit so I can go get the helipack out here. So yeah, I'm gonna mostly track the side quests as I move in a northward direction. Because I need to find a place that is hot. Let's see, what? I just came back and heard dinner is cold. The outside and lava on the inside or something, lol. Yes, you did. Okay, I'm gonna head... There's another old world gadget here? Yeah. Yeah, I'm still heading... Another backpack? It's got better energy regen, but less key energy. I'm gonna stick with what I got. Yeah. I need to find a place that's scorching hot so I can get the quest to find the heat suit. And then I can go get that and then get the helipack.
The deepest, darkest forest in the land. Sometimes hard to see for all the trees.
This is Gizmo's place. I'm probably not going to go talk to Gizmo just yet. Side quests in the game are interesting since they are named so strangely, and it's
gone from being late
cool to explore
to
the
being
place.
early.
I agree. Yeah.
It's the
This is
chugger.
definitely Gizmo's place. Like I said, I'm not actually going to go in and talk with him just yet.
Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomber bonkers busy ramming.
Highway to the painful zone. Crashing into my allies and sending them to The painful zone. Shanks, use Ember. Now then again, I guess this would be Flame Charge. Use Toxic. Use Pin. Use Pin Missile? I guess. Luke, you watch Gremlins? Yes, I have watched Gremlins. Both Gremlins, in fact. I enjoy both movies. And yeah. Sadly, there's going to be no Mogwai here. Just a mole. Just a mole.
Almost too easy. Let's see.
Yep. Sorry, I just wanted to actually stop and take a good look at the mask on my actual model in
Whatever you
action.
Do it right. Or don't.
Okay, I need to get out of the habit of just relying on my gun in combat and use my psi powers more. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for my next trick, I am going to try something incredibly stupid.
Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth.
Thank you, thank you. I can't actually hear your applause because I blew out my eardrums.
Flames.
Let's see. I'm guessing there'll be a lot of Pokemon references because of the mutant.
Jinx. I would bet money on that. It also doesn't help that I'm also playing Pokemon Arceus in my free time, which, well, since it takes place in the Sinnoh region, Shinx is one of the first Pokemon you end up catching. Hey, Val, look, it's the gender fluid. Alright, talk to you later, We'll be back later, Gizmo. I'm just not ready. Alright. Wait. Who said you could override my quest to find the notice boards? To do a main quest? Shinx is using agility. Here we go.
The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days.
That's
Not much more to
census.
say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the under. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here. Big
Chugga,
machines on
chugga,
rails
chuggers,
with
chugga.
smokestacks that fuck. The rails used to be filled
Choo Choo
with
would
chugs
be
packed
upset that you're
tight with-
describing his.
You're on the right track. Keep your eye.
We're on the right track, on the right track. Okay, maybe we can go talk to Gizmo if the thing is inside his bunker. Just don't feed him or get him wet.
This box once tailed a chugger-chugger. Now it's just off track.
It's off track.
Look at that. Follow the rails and you'll find all sorts. Who do you think? You're not the first wanderer. Good
Follow your
work
nose
finding that
wherever
track.
it goes. Let's see. Well, so much for taking the quests in a northward direction. So I guess pretty sure. So I remember there's a hot zone in the marsh. So I think maybe that's the direction I need to head. So we're gonna track the flesh stools. I've never seen the Gremlin movies.
Don't get distracted by
They're an
all the
acquired
destruction
taste, in
you
my
will
opinion.
see this
I love them, but they are an acquired taste. The first one is kind of a satire of horror movies in general. The second one is a satire of media as a whole, specifically just the oversaturation of television back in the 1980s, I want to say, is when the movie was made. And then the plus it's also just a self-satire of it. It's like, okay, you know, it kind of feels like the creators were like, you know how weird we were in the last movie? Is there any way we can one up that strange factor? I mean, heck. The second movie feature... What the... I'm trying to shoot these guys. Can I not pick sides yet? What? Are you trying to get me to shoot the... I don't want to punch the... Whatever. I'm just moving on. I am accomplishing nothing here at the moment. This is a waste of my time, but I'm seeing some scrap. Give me the scrap.
That's a resource totem. A monument. Would scraps break
Although then
the
again, if I continue doing the main quest for the moment, I can get the Jagme tribe's pull staff. You know, actually, I might... I think I might do that, now that I'm thinking about it. Just because I wouldn't mind having access to the bow staff early in the game. They were strange, but it was fun watching them. Yeah. I definitely can appreciate the second one in particular, since this was well before CGI, so everything that in the movie was done practically, which is really impressive. Especially the spider gremlin in the towards the climax of the movie. Plus, the hyper-intelligent gremlin in that movie is just funny.
heroes. Never thought I'd see a clothes soaker from the long gone again. It's an up cleaner of unwashed, the clean-cut way to unstained garb. You need to get the pegs locked.
Clothes
to get the
soaker.
clothes soaker rolling. You really put a spin on it. The best kind.
I miss...
Peekaboo.
Ow.
Young
Chi-Chi.
ones love this sort of place. You're fresh out of key energy.
Okay, that pile driver move is just too much fun to watch go off.
This one asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's sad to see you're staying on this road to ruin and that you're so determined to help no one
guess that's the way. No arguing with that.
Sometimes your gut is flat out.
Don't ever doubt yourself. You are not.
Even the dark knows you're better than.
Stick with me. We'll rule the world.
Also, I thought I liked horror movies until I watched a really gore-filled one. Now I say I'm more into horror comedies and a specific
horror movies. Well, the problem with horror movies is that while it is possible to scare you with, good atmosphere and storytelling, most horror movies are incompetent. So the easiest way to make, get a response out of you is to make you feel uncomfortable. So unfortunately, really trashy, garbage horror movies accomplish this just by pushing the boundaries and trying to make each subsequent movie as shocking as possible. Which it's like, being shocked is not the same thing as being truly afraid. Because, take something like the Hostel movies. These are some of the worst trash, in my opinion. Because there's nothing inherently scary about them other than just kind of freaking you out. Being like, oh, how horrible would it be to be captured and tortured? Rather than, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Other critics have done it better than me. Phaelus, it's a very old video, so it might not reflect his current opinions, mind you. But he did a very good breakdown about why movies like Human Centipede, Cabin Fever, and Hostel aren't actual horror movies.
That shit is nothing. Let's see. I'm comfortable about that being dark side. It's not really the character's responsibility, nor should it ever be expected for one person to save everyone. That shit has nothing to do with them.
I'm going to up my melee a bit just since I am still punching stuff. Let's see. Cool. That sounds like fun to watch. So yeah, I'll get that. All right, you got any more? Yeah, I don't really use Blink. Yeah, okay, I'll wait. Although I will say, with the vest, the backpack, and the mask, and, no weapons, I kind of feel like, and just the gun, I kind of feel like I look like this world's equivalent. Actually, I can't think of a good this world's equivalent. I don't know. I just feel like my character really looks like they're practically geared up for just a backpacking trip in this post-apocalyptic world.
Long-time home of the Myriad tribe.
Guess, yeah, you kind of putting a lot of weight onto the character.
It's weird not doing this with the Myriad. Give me a sec.
Let's see. Says you need to hit them where it hurts. Inflict as much.
Because, going back to horror movies, in my opinion, my favorite horror movie probably will always be The Thing. Because it's scary because of how... it's scary because it creates an atmosphere of such unease, because the characters don't know who they can trust, so subsequently the audience doesn't know who you can trust. So it makes you uneasy because you don't know who to trust. Not because, yeah, there's there's body horror in there, but the body horror is mostly done with the monster rather than to the people. Again, there is a scene where a guy gets his arms bitten off, but again, most of the body horror is with the monster. So rather than being like, ugh, like I'm just uncomfortable thinking about having this happen to me, you're just freaked out because of what this monster's capable of. Let's see.
Honestly, your character looks like a decent survivalist in riffs, only taking what's needed.
Very true. Compared to my last guy who looked like... Oh, man, my last character, just how much crap he carried on his back. His 2 giant-ass weapons, his machine gun, his, hovercraft, his helicopter. I'm not complaining, because I like the way my character looked, but it is funny just to see the contrast between this character. I mean, granted, once I get the helipad, it's probably going to change. Oh, piss. Okay, I'm just gonna drown myself and... Can I not drown myself? No, it's going down. I'm gonna drown myself and try again. 'Cause... I can't hit this guy. Okay, don't pile drive your enemies into the pools of water. Got it. Here we go. Oh, good. It let me keep my progress, so it's just this guy I gotta deal with. No, shit. Okay, I'm just gonna finish you off with the gun, because there's minimal kickback with that. Yes, keep defying... Fuck. Hey, at least he's staying on the surface.
That's a bomb locker.
There we go.
That hit the spot. Wrecked it.
Something I'm more afraid of than horror movies
Is adulthood. You know...
Give those twirly wheels a turn.
I definitely understand where you're coming from, but I'm 30, and to be perfectly frank, adulthood is not as bad. It's not terrible.
Going down the drain.
Oh, right, because I...
Keep going.
Huh. I actually never drained the water and cut a chain like this when I was with the Myriad, so I actually kind of appreciate that it's legitimately giving me different things to do depending on who we're capturing. I can get behind that. Don't mind me, I know we're in the midst of a battle, but never forget to loot.
That cage is holding a helper.
Okay, I don't remember rescuing, prisoners when I was with the peaceful tribe. Why the heck are you guys, spreading of the light, keeping a poor guy chained up? Okay, that was fun to pull off. It was kind of like doing the 1-inch punch. I can't open that. Lame.
Says they've been treated fair, but is glad to see you. Hopes you'll treat the rivals with the same respect they treated them. Wishes there was another way, but...
Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. I'll equip that. Just since I didn't really use rifles last time. Again, I still think I want my gun of choice to be a shotgun. The 1-inch punch hurts. I'll take your word for it. I'd rather not get punched by that. Wait, hold on. I've got a stock. Let's put the stock on that rifle. Any better grips? Nope. 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 Man. Makes sense. Light does not always mean good, and a desperate desire for peace leads to more terrifying violence to maintain the peace. Yeah. Again, I know I've talked about this before, but especially with my toilet brush, but I love how they're able to repurpose everyday things from modern day into post-apocalyptic weapons.
Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger.
How do you know red means danger? For all you know, red just means that there's a sale on pizza sauce and pepperonis. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want a green pepperoni. Okay. I should probably get back to using my psi abilities. I just got a shiny new gun, so I wanted to use it. Makes sense. Light does. Okay, I already read that one. Come at me, bro.
Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smash
Destroy
it
the
to get a
sniper
barrel up.
tower.
Then hit
Narrator
it
just
toward
told
the
you
gate
it's a
and
flimsy
pull
as fuck. Yeah, I know. I get, but it's like, yeah, I know it's flimsy as fuck,
Shoot
but
it and watch it
what I actually meant was, don't worry, a big guy will come out that'll destroy it for you, rather than wailing on it, because I tried wailing on it in the last playthrough and nothing happened, so the narrator lieth to me.
The outpost belongs to your tribe now.
Can I have the cool bow staff now?
He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your
Once
Sifu
me and my
thanks you.
friends
Your tribe is growing stronger.
wanted to test if holding lots of books as a barrier would decrease the force of the punch onto the person, so I stood in front of the lockers. Wait, I'm gonna continue the story. Again, it's weird not seeing the Myriad Sifu there. There we go.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. Says you're lucky to have the honor. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up, but from what he can tell, it seems you're making progress with the tribe conflict. He had a feeling you'd get along with the Jagni tribe, but it remains to be seen what the future holds for your alliance. You seem to get along with the Jagni tribe, which doesn't come as a surprise as you share an ominous outlook on life. But out-of-date emphasizes that solving the tribe conflict won't matter unless you help make a stand against the World Eaters.
Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to, since
Out-of-date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porcupine needs to be handled.
since this tribe wants to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life.
He says the time has come to confront the Porcupine at the end of the East Route. Goop is working on making his goo glide strong enough to break the waves out to the World Eater.
Holding 4 thick bowls close to me, and the strong one usually does 1-inch punches.
You should get
He
over
hit it,
there
and I got
see
hit
what you
and
can
force
do
pushed
to
me,
help.
and I fell and hit my head. The lockers.
That was 1 year ago. That sounds painful. I mean, the thing you got to remember about body armor is that it deflects the lethal. Is that it spreads out the damage over a wider area, making you less likely to be fatally penetrated by a bullet or whatever. There's still just as much force being pushed against what's in front of you as ultimately is being pushed onto you. So, yeah. I mean, it's kind of why when the original Iron Man movie first came out, my dad was just like, that is so dumb, because in the beginning of the movie, when he's kind of just blasting through the bad guys and they start hitting them with the mounted gun, my dad pointed out the fact, I'm like, those guns have so much force behind them. Even if the Iron Man armor could stop the bullets, from puncturing his body, it would still knock him on his ass because of just how much force was behind it. I said, I don't know if I am going to commit to the rifle or the pistol or whatever. How did you kill Captain America? We shot him in the legs because his shield is the size of a dinner plate and he's an idiot. Oh, I can wear these now. Okay. Yep, I'm wearing this. That looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to get the luck out, because I think getting that sooner in the game rather than later is going to start paying back dividends, if you know what I mean.
He knows things that you need to know. There's no time to waste. Says
Well, yeah, that's true. Kinetic energy, but also Iron Man is a comic book movie. You kind of have to follow the logic that world
Set up for you. I agree. That's why I refuse to watch any sci-fi, fantasy, or comic book movie with my dad, because we were watching. I showed him Godzilla vs. Kong, and he was seriously like, the fact that there's, the movie is basically Journey to the Center of the Earth is too unrealistic. I'm like, really? A giant ape and a radioactive lizard? That you can swallow, but having a reference to Journey to the Center of the Earth, which for the record is a book and movie that my dad loves, no. That's too much. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that things still have to adhere to a certain internal logic, otherwise you can't get invested in something because it's too stupid. But I don't know. Oh, that one's pretty. I know I don't have the money to buy that, but it's pretty. Oh, you got a quest for me?
Thinks the end of the world is a lot quieter. There's a string clonk not too far from here. Seems like a shame to let a decent string. Says it's a music maker with 4. Maybe if you. Funk Punk's been missing so long. Figure.
Sure, where's the string plop? Oh, it's way over there. Okay, sorry, guy. We are not going to be doing that right now. Any good criticism of a fiction understands using your imagination? I mean, I understand some things, like, for example, so my brother is a pharmacist, so he understands how difficult it can be to synthesize antidotes or vaccines or whatever. So for him, in the first season of the Flash TV show...
Used to watch them with her
Oh, now I'm being told about Nova now. Cool. Sorry, Nova's not coming on the ship this time. She came last time.
Maybe you can help. Figures Novo.
Anyway, because of that, he personally found the fact that one of the characters was able to whip up an antidote to a poison after seeing it just once was a little too much for him. But that's because that's something he works with on a daily basis. So I can't modify this at all. That bloody sucks. Also, I can rebuke the Captain America jab using the logic of Marvel. Captain America has been shown his reflexes, motions faster than bullets, so he can still block it. No, I agree. I got you, right? Sorry, I can't see the yellow, so it's hard to tell. My issue, the MCU, is the military porn. That is fair. Yep.
That's a
Default mount.
Easy prey for Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed. A pit bush that's nom-nom for the Gnotes.
We got the Azure Gnote. I mean, we had one of these in the last stream, since it's basically the default mount you always get, but here we go. Let's see. Let's capture this one on the way to the destination. So I'm determined to do things a bit out of order, so I'm actually not going to even really talk to Goop yet, if I can help it. Then again, it's entirely possible I'll have to, because of how it might be I absolutely need the Goo Glide to even explore this area. But we'll see.
Supposedly, mounts like that can smell fear.
MCU movies worship the US military and materialistic approaches to problem solving, which is terrifying given how the actual US military works and how America as a whole deals
With problems. Actually, speaking of superhero movies that glorify the U.S. military, I find it really funny how how Zack Snyder handled the military, and so just how Zack Snyder and Michael Bay handled the military in their movies, because it's clear they're trying to depict them in a positive light, but then but then like in Man of Steel in particular, they're shown to be incompetent, or the females at least are just meant to be horny for Superman. Yeah, I had a point with this, but I don't remember what it was exactly. Yes, the way, yeah. Huh. I didn't know I can get parts for the Goo Glide without actually having the Goo Glide. Oh, wait. No, that says these are for the mech. Okay, actually, I don't think it's going to be possible to explore here without the Goo Glide. Okay.
Yes, some e-waste for you. It's a ride, not a friend, right? You're poking around Pokpur, a prime village. Says if you...
Here we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, that's the Sinky Dink out there.
Says the Sifu has ordered a cleansing fire to make room for something new and better to rise from the ashes. Your orders are to wait for night to fall before you act. Setting the village on fire will send a message to you. The crop is scarce and dry ever since the plague started haunting the tribe.
I have several
to burn some
questions.
things to the ground. You shouldn't concern yourself or worry about the thing. The way of the tribe is You've been instructed to use force if you meet resistance. Sometimes you believes a
Light instantly banishes dark.
The dark strikes back.
That's not that dark. More like long.
The shadows are growing longer again.
We'll beat them back.
It's weird the Marvel movies went down that road, given the first Avengers movies made it clear what the series flaws of the U.S. military and the U.S. approach to it. Also, it's also kind of weird given, what they did with, say, the Winter Soldier with government
Rule of
corruption and
law
such.
never come. Seen their friend. He's a Mito is open. It's probably he has so many lanterns.
I think I've already set the village ablaze. At least I've already set that one ablaze. I'm just saying. Because I want to say I think the game glitched out. Let's see if I can find more hay to set on fire.
Night falls like a giant around here.
Maybe on the other side of the bridge. Yeah, it's also interesting that I'm burning this village to the ground when, if you're with the Myriad, you're rebuilding the village after it's been burned to the ground. And again, maybe I'll still be rebuilding the village, but I'm also the guy who just sets it on fire. Maybe this is all part of some corrupt scheme to justify the Sifu's bill to raise some salaries for firemen. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I'm the one who said it, so I guess I shouldn't complain. Where's the angry mob? Oh, fuck bucket. I'm somehow okay.
Nice.
Sweet. Oh no. I kind of feel like a total bastard. Like, I really feel like a complete bastard. Just throwing that one out there. So why do you have to set the village on fire? What did they do? It's the whole... This tribe's mentality of, to move forward, you need to remove you need to remove the old so you could rebuild from scratch.
Tonight's ashes will become You have time to talk until you...
So, yeah, it's the reason why they want to let the world tree die. Because they're like, okay, if we're going to start fresh, we need... If we're going to save the world basically needs to have the reset button hit. It's a mentality I cannot agree with, but it's the mentality of this group. Where's my mount? My mount that has hitherto not received its name yet. It's got a tail as bushy as mine. anything in here? Sorry, for a second I thought I saw a zip line down to the Sinky Dink. By the way, how does the Sinky Dink get customers if, you know, you got to be able to swim to get down there, and there's no bridge. I don't see a ferry. I mean, I guess if I get my glider, I'll be able to glide over there.
This works fine for the story. It's telling because if you sign up with this tribe and their philosophy, believe the same thing and would achieve the same ends.
Great, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There is, in my opinion, some merit to the idea of you got to completely tear something down and throw it out to start fresh. Because otherwise you're going to be... Otherwise you're going to be kind of holding yourself down to... I thought it was called Calcifer. Well, that is definitely something we could name this guy, is Calcifer. I need the goo glide for that. Good. Ah, good. Now, if I could just find a wrench.
The idea of tearing it down to start over is about building a stronger and healthier foundation, because try to build on a shaky old foundation, it's going to break.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yep, definitely. Yeah, let's get the Clonk Fist upgraded. Since... Hey, look, it's Beelzebub's cousins. I don't have any fruit to tame one at the moment, though.
Breathe in all that nature.
Or maybe I do. I mean, I've gotta have a Beelzebub if I'm doing the dark path. Am I right? I just realized, like, how little the fact that this does not make this species just does not make noise when you ride it. Beelzebub's cousins, Bobbith.
Might not need that
I can get
now.
behind that name, Bobbith. Okay, no, that's not a shrine. Oh, fast travel point. Gotta get that.
You could have missed this village. It's called Mambleflump. Let's see.
Keeping the devil theme going after all. Definitely. Oh yeah, I guess this is the first green ATM I've
If a
found so
story is
far.
about you, care for it.
Swim. Swim like there's a corn dog on the other side.
This corner of the world is called Anywhere, which is maybe why Click calls it. Let's
So Clink here is someone that I can bring this time since, well, he requires a Dark Ore to recruit, but I don't know if I want to.
This fellow seems shocked to see you. He's heard about you, but figured you didn't have the guts to do what must. Agrees that's both. Figures someone like you must be willing to do anything to stay alive, just like him. You seem like you're ready to make the hard choices and do the work. Guesses the end is coming either way. When there's nothing but a bad storm rising, it's ride or die.
Corn dog
Asks you to think
isn't
of the world like a set of
tempting
logs.
Bobbeth.
It's a
Every time you
vegetarian.
do
Touche.
something, You decide it says worse is relative. What's bad for you looks like the world's going to burn. The brighter. Seems like you threw out the old plans for this world. Trying to start something new?
Yeah, you're not
He
wrong.
likes the Jagni you work with. He's liberated lots of things with them. And taken, stolen, snagged, grabbed, however you want to put it. You look like you'd be a fun lot. Says back in the days, no one locked anything, but that's changed. Locking yourself in. He keeps his business low-key, but for the right person, he's willing to... The gears mesh well between you. It'll be easier for both. Says that's the right way to ask that question. Think of it. Click says his key to success is metal. And judging from what he's heard about you, you're handy with... If you charged a bar of metal at a Toxanol zap station, he could forge it into the palm of your hand. That would help your clonk fist beat new paths into the future. Just flip the switch of a generator that produces soup. Says you seem much more...
Take that light.
Really, you ought to use your head in...
See? The darkness. It's
Just remember, you can always...
dark. When you already know you're...
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Pick up the pace race.
That's the best way to get over there. This way. Oh no, the billy goat's gruff fell underneath the bridge. Latrell will get them now. Yep. Bobbin, don't turn around and look at the camera. If you look into the camera while filming, it breaks everyone's immersion. Oh, I can't go that way. Actually, hold on.
Something or someone has made a nest here.
What, you're not gonna give me the quest to go find the cold suit? The Jip.
Zap 'em good.
Okay, now that I'm not threatened, can I get it the quest now? There we go! Okay, let's get the hell out of here.
Even a thick coat of fur is enough to keep you warm here.
Okay. Oh yeah, my default gun can't be messed with too much anyway, which is lame.
This might be the end of everything as we know it. See that e-waste? You could use that for sure. Hold on to that. Just flip the switch of the generator to produce superheated glowy air and get on it when the lightning falls.
Oh no! We woke the lightning people! They're angry that we use their lightning for our own stuff. So I must hit it with fire. Kill it with violence. No, I don't really... Oh, wait. I've got spark fists on. That's not really going to hurt this thing. Okay, stick with bullets and with... okay, I just shot electricity at it.
Youch!
Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. I really am a Shinx with Volt Absorb.
You did good, but the lightning did all the work. Head back to Click to amp up the Clonk Fist.
Now no one can stand in the way of the power of my fistines.
Click says your fist is charged and ready to punch a hole through anything that stood in your way. Click's worked out the locks of the world, but still needs to make the keys. He figures he could make a skeleton key, a key that'll unlock any old lock. If he's talking about remains of the deadened. Says fortunately that won't be necessary as you're so much better at handling.
Nothing shines like the dark. Oh, no, wait. Oh.
You can't trust the dark.
Can you see how dark sets you?
It's not too late for you, is it?
Hello, darkness. That's me, your old friend.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Click says
They
they're
went there.
locked together.
Back, sorry, wasn't watching the stream that much. Was drawing the stream thumbnail, because why not?
As Flint.
It's way over there. And going kind of up here. Where is the... kind of curious, where's the ping dish anyway? It's in a that word direction. Okay. Let's track that. Okay. Let's get some more
Fresh
help.
air has done you good. For a beastie, this mount is so gentle.
Yeah, he's gentle, but he looks like he's going to devour your face. Ah, just more of you guys. More Azure Gnotes. Let's see. Actually, can I send you just art or sketches in the Discord? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, more money. That's a biohazard area up there. Let's make myself puke so I can get the quest to get the biohazard suit.
This area is biocontaminated. It's really hazardous. That silo there is so tall. It's a mystery what they used to keep it.
By the power of my right hand, I will smash all the walls in the land. Figure I might as well
The
take
story
this
has got to
first
keep
bin.
moving forward.
Oh, new pants. Much better than what I got. Kind of clashes with my top, but who cares? Is this everything in here? It could be. Okay. It's a ping dish. Ugh. That was a legit fallout shelter. Yes, it was. Okay, so it's not like a ping dish that I can use to find suits. It's just a satellite tower. Is this an oxygen? Is this a low oxygen zone?
Check out that silo. Might be empty, but maybe not all empty.
Oh, get back here! Damn it! Dude,
Best
you like
part
came
a
out of
line?
nowhere.
No need
Low
to
blow,
refuel.
dude. Low blow. it's not an oxygen low area. Oh well. I'm here. Might as well see if there's anything of note. There is not. I might have made a error in the direction I jumped. That fog did not help determining whether to jump. Testify, my friend. Testify. Plus, it didn't help that I missed the specter of the big guy, meaning that I couldn't get the glider automaton upgrade. You there, buddy? No? Because I really, really would like that glider upgrade.
Don't let your mount ignore you.
Trust me. Bobbin, he does not ignore me. He doesn't ignore anybody.
It's Freak Food, a supposedly monstrous case.
Well, considering I had to knock the door down, I would hope there's no monsters in here. And of course there'd be monsters in here. They just kind of osmosis their way through the wall.
Microwave.
And pew pew pew. Double tap. This is it's a stock.
This could be the beginning of the end of everything.
Is this the end of all hope? No. really everything in here? Okay, this, not gonna lie, reminds me of just several of the dungeons in Skyrim, just with the texture and the mossy stone. Huh. How do I get out of here? It was weird. I could have sworn it was kind of guiding me along the path that way. Oh well, don't matter.
You can make so many amazing things out of wood scrap. The Bullybull glade is beautiful. Watch out for Jumble.
Hi.
Walani?
3 bots in 1 stream. A new record. Yep.
Don't forget the past. Learn from it. Let's see.
Hey man.
He heard about you blending your way into the world, but he wonders what you're going to do now that you've grown so tough and strong. You have the stench of death about you. He tells you that you are what you drink. So if you want to be good, drink wholesome. Otherwise, thinks life is full of all sorts of ingredients. But you would think that, wouldn't you? Wishes the world wasn't drying up and fading away. Doesn't understand why you've pushed the world's needs. Claims he's not thrilled about you working with the Jagni. They sold him some bad seeds once, and it left a bad taste. Says bad seeds make for bad plants. Bad all the... Thinks you should get your convo cooking. He's curious if you've ever had soup tastier than life itself. If not, you've come to the... His thought. He needs more customers to claim that they know him.
Jumbo
Promises
looks
to
like
look after you
some
if you
carnival
do
guy. Yeah,
something.
can agree with that.
Figures it's one thing to be a great cook, but that's not so useful if no one knows to drink your juice. Jumbo wants you to keep your eyes peeled for a band of color that brightens with the sun. He's on the hunt for a concentrate of that prismatic refraction of... Find the concentrate he's looking for where the color hits the ground. Guesses you're right about that. But with juice, the rainbow colors will be even...
Bam! The dark wins again. Right? Right?
You're always going to stumble with the dark.
Don't doubt the dark.
It's okay if I curse the dark just this once, isn't it?
I'm just glad to be...
Well, that is the direction I need to be going, I'd argue.
This story is about a hero.
Albeit, I would need to double back. So, oh. Maybe not.
The bright color arch is riding high. Follow it to the end.
There we go. Oh. Is that better than what I've got? Well, from an armor standpoint, yes, but I lose my key energy, so no. Should be fast travel thing around here. Where is it?
Rubber scrap is too much fun. So stretchy. Earth outpost. The Jagni tribe claimed this forever.
There we go. Nice. Oh, interact, dang it.
Let's see.
Nope. Just coming inside to see what type of mounts you were selling here, but I am not touching one of those things with a 20-foot pole. It's a good thing that my bones are made out of gelatin. Get back here. I hate you so much.
Even here, the night still ends. chest at the colour arch's end.
Back attack.
And big on thought.
On that lock, and it should spring open. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Clip clop.
That's a colourful find. The Yerp Fields, where the echo of your actions resounds clearer than any other place you'll find, except for where that's not true. There it is, the Tree of Life. The idea that all life is related by common descent, where the twigs are existing species and those produced in the past represent the succession of the extinct. The tree's great branches were once budding twigs, a connection between the past, present, and future. A representation of all extinct and living species with its ever-branching and beautiful ramifications. We are an evolution of those that came before.
Okay. Fast travel marker.
It's time to create your own path. This is Dixie's goods. There's an outfitter and an upgrade bench. Let's see. Says you'll get a...
There we go. I had no idea why I was struggling so hard just to grab a stupid rope. No streaking.
Careful you don't slide down the Sprill slope. Maybe Honky can show you the way. Let's see.
Cool. let's return to Jumble now that I got a better fast travel location. BRB, gotta check on the sick person in the house. That's unfortunate. Being sick is not fun.
Jumble can... He thought he was ready to make you the jumble juice, but his supply of fill-up glasses has become a bottleneck. That kind of glass shouldn't be too hard to find. Says of course you do, but if you bring him the fill-up...
Now you're getting into the dark groove.
That's not a
Groovy.
And what's wrong?
groove.
Escape it.
Jumble's happy you're here. Wouldn't be...
It's right. Oh, right. I'm not going to be able to get that without the goo glide, the glider, or the bat. Okay. Bauer.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. The
Seemed like very confused.
No. Anyway, since the wife is home, I'm probably going to end it here. Thank you everyone for joining me for this oh man, for this stream. As always, to join the Discord, there's a link in the description, and as always, I'm not sure when, but I'll see you then. Bye-bye.